Salute Nation. Happy Victory Monday, y'all. 1-0. We're going to go ahead and do the damn thing. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Here we go. What is good, Raider Nation? Raiders! Welcome to another episode of Raiders Unfiltered Victory Monday edition. Salute to everybody already here and everybody already pulling up right now. Salute to you guys. Happy Monday. Hope you guys having a great evening. Wherever you guys be at, hopefully you guys are on the way to the crib. If you guys are already at the crib, if you guys stuck at work, hopefully that is not the case. If you guys are heading to work for all my late night shifts, wherever you guys be at, if you guys are at the side chick's house, whatever, I don't judge, man. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in with me on this Monday afternoon. If you guys are on the West Coast, it's still Monday afternoon over there. But appreciate you guys tapping in. As usual, before I go ahead and kick this thing off, I got to go ahead and acknowledge my chat. But before I do that, make sure you guys hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you are new to the show, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. If you guys are on Twitter, head on over to YouTube. I put the link down in the chat. Head on over to YouTube, smash that subscribe button, turn on those notifications because when news goes on, I go on. You don't want to be left out in the dark. Appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in. Real quick, let me go ahead and head on over to the chat because you already know chat lives do matter. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday afternoon. Shout out to my guy, Mobile Raider, in the building. Salute to you, brother. Tay Sports, we got a Charger fan in the building. You were here the other day, bro. Hey, glad you're here, man. Because we can go ahead and talk about that part for sure. And you better make sure you're here after that, bro. Because you can't be coming up on the lives and talk some shit, and then you don't hear from you guys anymore. I see that happen regularly. My guy, Mobile Raider, in the building with the Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what time it is. Shout out to my guys, Sacktown Raider Mike in the building. Salute to you. Billy Davis in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for pulling up. My guy, Billy, in the building. Shout out to my guy, Raider Ryan, one of our members here at Just Raiders. if you want to be like my guy Ryan and be part of the family and really support the show, go ahead and become a member today. I got my link pinned up top at the very top of the chat on YouTube. Go ahead and become a member and help really go ahead and support the show. It really does help to go ahead and keep the lights on here over at Just Raiders. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate you tapping in. Let's see here. My guy GMX in the building. Salute, my guy. He's already with
Raiders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Raider Paul. Also with the
Raiders.
we gonna do that shit for sure. Shout out to my guy Rorschach 2-4 in the building. Yo, Jay Raider, brother, salute, man. One of the my fathers here at Just Raider. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up, tapping in with me on this Monday night, Monday afternoon, wherever you be at. Salute to you, my guy. Thanks for pulling up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Ray Ryan, great interview with Rundown. Yep, the facts. Thank you, thank you. All right. Shout out to my guy, real quick. One of my boys, the Haas. The Haas is in the building. Haas, man, my guy. We went to the same school, so shout out to my boy. You know, he's a Bucks fan, but hey, still appreciate you pulling up and supporting. We got ties, bro. Hopefully, I get to see you on a little bit more on the show for sure. But I appreciate you tapping in and supporting for sure. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off, y'all. Man, it feels good to go ahead and say this shit. Raiders win, y'all. We went out there and got the motherfucking dub in New England, in deep in enemy territory. Went ahead and went out there, handled business, got the dub. Raiders win 20-13. Y'all already know what time it is. Love it, love it, love it. And I told y'all, these games are going to be won under 10 points. And we did what we weren't able to do last year, and is score 20 plus points. We hit 20, and that was the exciting factor. There's a little bit more to it, but we went out there and hit that 20 points that ultimately got us the win yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful game. There were some shaky moments, of course. Not going to be perfect, but we went out there, guns blazing off the bat. Loved it. But 20-13 was the final score yesterday, going up 1-0 for the season, and going 1-0 back home into Las Vegas for that home opener versus those Chargers that are. We got one guy in the chat right now, but it's going to be a really, really close, exciting divisional game next Monday night. I'm going to be there. It's going to be a hot one. Y'all already know what time it is, but let me go ahead and get into the box score. I went over this yesterday on the post-game reaction show. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. I'll go over the specifics for this next week for Monday's post-game reaction show in Las Vegas. I'm going to figure it out, but it's probably going to be a little while after the game is over. I have to kind of get somewhere where it's not too loud, and see if I can go ahead and get some people to go ahead and be in the live with me as well. So we'll go ahead and see. So make sure you guys stay tuned to that. But let's go ahead and get into the box score. Our guy, Gino Smith, 24 out of 34, 362 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Gino Smith he literally fucking put up some fucking dynamite numbers yesterday for sure. Rushing, you got our guy Ashton Jenty, 19 carries, 38 yards, averaged about 2 yards per clip, 1 touchdown, getting his first NFL touchdown. Shout out to our guy. You had Gino. He had 2 runs, 2 carries for 10 yards. And then you got Zamir White, 3 carries, 8 yards, 2.7 per clip. Zamir coming in. We saw quite a bit of action for Zamir White stepping up for the scratch. Raheem Moser, receiving yards, the receiving core, getting led by, you already know, number 89 Brock Bowers, 5 receptions, 103 yards, averaged about just over 20 yards per reception. Jacobe Myers, 8 receptions, 97 yards. Trey Tucker, 2 receptions for 54. Dante Thornton, 2 receptions for 45. Got Michael Mayer, 4 receptions for 38. Then you have Jack Bash. He had that 1 reception for 23 yards. Ashton Jenty getting 2 receptions, only for 2 yards. Defensively, let's go ahead and talk about the other side of the football. Devin White had 8 tackles, 3 assists. Caillou Blue Kelly, 7 tackles, 2 assists. Isaiah Palmau, 5 tackles, 2 assists, with 1 interception, getting that fly ball that was thrown by Drake May. You got Eric Stokes, 3 tackles, 2 assists. Jeremy Chin, 3 tackles. Jamal Adams, 3 tackles. You had Tyree Wilson, number 9. Number 9 with 2 tackles, 1 assist, and 1 sack. Can you believe that shit? We got this dude already getting his sacks. I need 11 more from you, dog. I need 11 more from you. There you go. Keep up the good work. Keep doing it. Let's get more production. Jonah Lalu, 2 tackles, 1 sack. Jermaine Pratt, he had 1 tackle, 7 assists. Malcolm Coons, 1 tackle, 2 assists, also getting a sack, getting involved in that. Thomas Booker had 1 tackle, 2 assists. Our guy Max Crosby, 1 tackle, 1 assist, and 1 sack. Eventually, being able to go ahead and get to Drake May, beautiful thing. The defense stepped up big in that second half. You got Darnay Holmes, 1 tackle, 1 assist. Landon Roberts, just 1 tackle. Adam Butler with 3 assist tackles. But man, that was quite a game yesterday. Loved it. I think the most impressive part of yesterday was Raiders really making that second half adjustment, something that we really didn't see last year. We came off hot off the gate. Once Gino got that interception, things kind of stepped back and it kind of slowed down, and we're kind of losing a step here and there. So going into that halftime and being able to go ahead and readjust offensively on the O line, being able to go ahead and bring up, trying to reestablish our run game, and really providing more protection for Gino, kind of made the difference. Same thing on the other side of the ball. Defense was finally starting to go ahead and be able to go ahead and apply pressure to the offensive line, to Drake May, eventually being able to go ahead and set up 4 sacks in that game, and really shutting down that run game, which we'll go ahead and get into it for sure. But that and then I want to go ahead and highlight this part. This kind of shows you what a veteran head coach can do. Somebody who's been in the league at the highest level, has done it at the highest level, has won a Super Bowl, won a national championship, has multiple accolades. That's a difference. And that's what we got yesterday. We saw that clock management, that clock control, and making those decisions, those timeouts on cue, which was way different than last year. I'm putting on this a little bit because our old guy AP was a little bit salty when asked about the Raiders coaching, head coach, and whatever. So. But that honestly, it just at the end of the day, that it's just that knowledge, that years of experience that a guy like Pete Carroll brings. So I love it. For sure. But real quick, let me go ahead and go back to the chat again. Appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in. on this Monday night, Monday afternoon. Appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me for sure. Let me see here. Go back here. All right, here we go. There you go. That's right. Getting that dub. Salute to you. My guy Roche, did you get to see Coach Pete's press today? Is that how you do it? Calm, cool, and collective. I got to see like little bits of it. Unfortunately, daddy daycare in effect, so sometimes I can't pull up to certain things and watch it. But I watched like little clips of the presser for Pete today. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into it for sure. Let's see here. My guy Super in the building, 1-0 Chargers. The Chargers game is key to the rest of the season. Going to be a big challenge containing Herbert on all those rollouts. Yep, we're definitely going to go ahead and get into that one. It is a big game. We kind of knew this once we saw the schedule. I think we went out and cleared the first hurdle. You know, it was tough going into New England. We ended up going in there and being able to beat the Patriots and not the best conditions. You already know Gino does not perform the best in those type of conditions on the outside, dome, like outside stadium, no dome, and adding rain on top of that, which was crazy. And he performed great, great. Yeah, he had that one pick. That was a you know that was a ball. That was an ill intent ball. But outside from that, he was able to go ahead and find these targets. He had, once the offensive line kind of got their shit together a little bit and provided pretty good protection, he had time in the pocket, which is what you definitely want for a guy like Geno Smith to be able to go ahead and find these guys downfield for sure. Let's see here. Ardell says Gino was nails. Even the interception deflection was I think yes, I think exactly, and it was a deflection. It wasn't even that he overthrew a ball or he underthrew it or got undercut. It was just a great play and got tipped, and sometimes that's how those things kind of go. Let's see here. All right, my guy Mobile Raider says O line needs to improve and open up the trenches, pass rushers, so Gino doesn't get sacked. Yes, that is definitely one of those things that needs to be addressed. We're going to go ahead and get into that part in just a bit. But yeah, let me go ahead and go into this next segment. Geno Smith balling out, my guy putting up 362 yards, most in franchise history in a QB's debut. Fuck, it's just crazy ass numbers. I think what did Herbert put up? I think he put up like um 332 um, on Friday. Let me go ahead and kind of peek into that. Let's see here. 318. So 318 to 362. There you go. That's what's up. I mean, but as far as on the rushing side, they had us there, but Geno Smith putting up great numbers. Again, being able to go ahead and spread the ball, this spread offense. This is what y'all seeing now. That spread offense, right? You had touches by Brock Bowers. You had touches by Trey Tucker, obviously with that opening drive touchdown. You got Jacobe Myers involved, Michael Mayer, Don Thornton, Jack Bash. So the ball got spread around pretty good, in this game. So, and he's able to go ahead and hit those, hit those guys for sure. So, but yeah, great numbers from Gino. Loved what I saw yesterday from them, and from him. So I can't wait to see what actually happens next week when I'm actually there in person. It's gonna be great. Um, Let me go ahead and kind of highlight this really quick. Give me a second, guys. All right, share this tab instead. All right. Gino Ballin. Here we go. Uh,
An all-out pressure look. Here they come.
let's shut off the audio. We're gonna try to go ahead and kind of skew uh, YouTube because normally you can't have stuff like that. Um, hopefully it makes it for the replay. But there you see Gino looking good, hitting Trey on that opening drive of 3rd and 11. Literally marched down the field and cooked those guys. And you had Gino saying it in training camp, like you're gonna go ahead and play his man. You're gonna go ahead and try to cover every guy. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna go ahead and get cooked, and that's exactly what happened. Starting hot, on an opening drive, it was rare and few last year. So that kind of shows me that this offense is is it's high powered and can only get better. And this is the crazy part. We're only going to be able to go ahead and get better, right? There's adjustments that need to be made, but once those adjustments are made and we have that offensive line literally firing on all cylinders and on the same page, fuck, this guy's gonna have time. He's gonna have all day to throw, and if he doesn't find anybody downfield, then he's gonna be able to go ahead and make a play on his feet, and that's the type of shit that Geno Smith brings you for sure. For sure. Let's see here. Let me go back to my chat real quick. Shout out to my guy Kenny Clark with the
Raiders.
yes sir, yes sir. Salute to you, bro. Let's see here. All right. Uh, yeah, slick and rain conditions, and went out there and got the dub for sure. Um, uh, yeah, see that those second half adjustments, we haven't done that for a while, and man, it's good, and that's literally what veteran presence brings for sure. Shout out to my guy Leaky in the building. Salute, Oos. Appreciate you pulling up and tapping in, my guy. Uh, Salute to you. All right, so let me go ahead and continue on. Brock Bowers, back to work, going out there, balling out, doing the damn thing. You already know what time it is with our guy Brock Bowers. Literally 103 yards receiving. He had those five receptions. Man, dude, with Brock started off a little bit shaky in that first quarter. Had a couple of drop passes, but once he kind of looked back and took a breath and he started getting back in rhythm, he started lighting shit up. So, that is the number one wide receiver. And, unfortunately, at a point, we got a scary moment and he had to go to that blue tent. But, um, before that, he was out there like lighting his shit up. And that's definitely what you want to go ahead and see from our guy Brock Powers for sure. Um, but we're going to go ahead and get into this part of the show. I'm going to bring up Pete. He talked about Brock's injury and Alana Roberts. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Give me a second, y'all. All right. All right. So shout out to Vince Sapenza on Twitter. Make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow. But this is Pete on Robs and Brock's injuries.
No, really, we're just going day to day. those guys are tough guys now. They're not gonna, take these way out on this one. They're all gonna push to get right. I like that we have, these 3 days right now are really crucial. The day off today, tomorrow's workouts, and then and what becomes like the Tuesday day off for us. That they'll be really crucial for us. And I know the Chargers have that going. Even more so than the break they have, but this will really help us and give us a chance. No, no,
All right. So there you go. You guys had our guy Pete talking about Brock Bowers. They're just going to go ahead and go day to day. Brock Bowers yesterday saying that there was no injury. It was good. Rob, I haven't really heard too much from Rob's side of it, but if they're going day to day on this, I don't think that we need to go ahead and hit that panic button yet. Again, that they can go ahead and have these guys not practice or have a limited practice for this week coming up, and just kind of see how it goes. You heard P. They're going to go ahead and plan to have a day off tomorrow. I thought it was going to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. So that's going to definitely going to go ahead and help. Now we have the advantage. I would say we have the advantage over the Chargers being back home. I know we both teams coming off the road, but the Chargers having the longer trip going all the way to Brazil, and though it was Friday, I think what they came back probably Saturday or Sunday. It takes a few days for them to go ahead and kind of readjust from all that jet lag. You still have the time zone conversions, and then you're having to go ahead and go back on the road to Las Vegas. Yes, it's not a long drive, but it's still having to go out on the road as opposed to just kind of chilling and being at home. So I say with that we have that advantage over them. But that time this week and having days off and just being at home, it is going to go ahead and be to our advantage and help Brock and Rob go ahead and kind of heal up from yesterday's game for sure. Shout out to my guy, the Raider Rundown in the building. Salute to you, my guy. I appreciate you pulling up and tapping in. Salute, my guy. Hey, if you want to jump in here, bro, you already know what time it is. You're more than welcome, my guy. My guy Alex says Thorne and Tucker were big plays. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy Hummer in the building. Salute to you, brother. Brock and my Mayor, best tight end duo ever. We will keep running 12 personnel with these coaches. Yes, sir. I love what I saw from those guys. We're going to go ahead and talk about Big Mike in just a bit. He had a great game for sure. Let's see. My guy Super says Professor Pete. I think they'll keep Bowers a secret. They don't want to tip their hand on the Chargers, hoping Berg Bros can smash if Rob is hurt. Yes. So I think he'll be okay. I think that Rob plays on Monday. So again, getting that extra day to go ahead and just get back healthy, I think it's going to definitely go ahead and go a long way. Shout out to my guy, my 2 cents in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate you pulling up and tapping in on this Monday afternoon for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get into our guy, Jacobe Myers. Jacobe having a solid game. My guy with literally having 8 receptions, 97 yards. He was almost at that point with Brock, but we saw him coming in clutch on that second half, and Gino and him finally linking up and putting up big yardage, and extending some of these drives that were a little bit in question at sometimes, but definitely Jacoby with a solid play. Again, this is what Jacoby brings to the table, right? Yeah, he had a couple drop passes, but other than that, I mean, with those 8 receptions, almost putting up almost 100, that was great. Loved it. So again, we're going to see a lot of Jacoby Myers come this season. So don't sleep on him because yeah, this is gonna be our guy. Really quick, going back to Brock Bowers. I'm gonna go ahead and put up this clip of Brock. A little quick highlight of Brock. Let me go ahead and pull this up. There we go. All right. Again, gotta mute the audio. I'm gonna go ahead and try to trick YouTube. So you see Brock on that big play. We saw a lot of that over the course of yesterday's game. So again, putting up 103 yards was a beautiful thing. Let me go ahead and move into this segue. Jenty's first regular NFL regular season touchdown popped his cherry yesterday and was able to go ahead and get that touchdown, even though he didn't have a whole lot of production. And again, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in just a second. But even though he would only put up 35 yards, he was still able to go ahead and get into the end zone. That was a beautiful thing. I think I have a video for that. Hang on a second. Let's see here. All right, yeah, I do. Cool. All right, let me go ahead and put that up real quick. All right, here we go. This is Jenty on his first regular season touchdown yesterday. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful thing. By Jenty able to go ahead and find the end zone uh, on that give to him. Um, but again, we didn't see we saw the Raiders trying to go ahead and really establish the run game, but eventually we saw Chip abandoning it a couple of times in the first half, and then in the second, um, you know, he knew that that offensive line had issues trying to open up lanes. So I don't think he tried to go ahead and mess with it too much, but he was able to go ahead and at least get him um, that touchdown yesterday. Again, Ashton Jenty with 19 carries, 38 yards, just averaging just 2 yards per carry. And again, there wasn't much any real lanes opening up uh, uh, yesterday. Also, too, the Pats really stacking that box, so they were really targeting Genty. They did not want him to go ahead and get anything real going yesterday. So that also played a factor. Um, you even had Brock line up. You saw that on that play. He had Brock line up as a fullback at one point to go ahead and try to provide extra blocking on that, so he can go ahead and get into the end zone, and on a couple plays as well to go ahead and try to get first downs and convert. So yeah, we saw that from Brock, and it was a real struggle yesterday. Pat's really stuck in the box. So, but also did it also have to do a little bit with that offensive line, and we're going to go ahead and get into that part in just a bit for sure. Let me go ahead and move on to the next segment. Big Mike. Let's talk about the other tight end in the room. Big Mike, not Big Mike Raider. Big Mike Mayer stepping up, coming in clutch on certain plays when it definitely we needed to go ahead and convert, especially when Brock went out, when he went back into that blue tent. He was able to go ahead and step up. So let me go ahead and play a clip of that really quick. And set that up. All right. Here we go. All right, cool. Shout out to my guy Lunatico on Twitter. If you don't follow him, go ahead and give him a follow. But this is Mike. Yesterday, especially on this fourth down play, getting that conversion, keeping the drive alive. Here we go. This is Big Mike Mayer. He got that rollout by Gina, and he was able to go ahead and find Michael Mayer open in the middle. And the defense kind of just forgot about him there, and he was able to go ahead and make that play to go ahead and keep that drive alive. So, again, Michael Mayer with 4 receptions, 38 yards, but those 30 yards were really crucial and definitely played a part in situations like this where you had to go ahead and kind of convert, especially on that fourth and 1. He was able to go ahead and be open, make big plays, and keep drives alive. And that's what we're going to go ahead and see from Michael Mayer. He's definitely going to be involved. He's definitely going to be another guy where you have to go ahead and respect him. If not, he's going to cook you. You know, he's going to be able to go ahead and make similar plays, kind of like Brock, you know. But he's going to be lined up on that. He's going to be lined up traditionally, and hopefully, everything goes well with Brock, and we definitely see him on Monday. And even if they have to go ahead and kind of dial back a little bit on Brock and play a little bit of Michael Mayer, I don't think we lose a step with Michael Mayer because he's able to go ahead and make those clutch plays and make those big plays when needed for sure. Let me go ahead and go back to the chat again. Salute to everybody tapping in and rocking with me on this Monday afternoon, wherever you guys be at. Hopefully you guys are at home. You guys are already at the crib. If you guys are heading home or if you guys are stuck at work, hey, still appreciate you guys pulling up. If you guys are at work, I hope this time does go ahead and make it go a little bit faster. But again, I appreciate everyone rocking with me on this Victory Monday night for sure. Let's see here. Go back here. All right. I lost my place. All right, cool. All right. My guy Super says, hoping Jacoby keeps balling. Although I want to see Bash and Thornton get more targets. Pay that, man. Talk that shit, bro. Talk that shit, Super. Shout out to my guy Super. Speaking facts, man. Gotta pay the man because we're gonna go ahead and get solid play, dependable play from Jacobe Myers. You guys already know what time it is. So as you go ahead and put that ball within his area, we're gonna get solid play from him. That's just what it boils down to for sure. All right. My guy Milo Hunt says KFC is now last in the AFC. There you go. Facts, man. That is rare, but don't sleep on those motherfuckers though, because this happens. They start off slow, and then they somehow they fucking go on a run towards probably by week 4 they start going on the run, and then next thing you know they're on top of the AFC West. You just got to put pressure on them. We got to win. These divisional games are going to be crucial, guys. Next week in Las Vegas, we get our first test, first divisional game. We have the chance to go and be on top of the AFC West since I don't even know what's the last time we were on top of the AFC West. It's been a few years, so it'll be crazy. It's that serious. Not only that, we get to go 1-0 in the division, and already will be our record from last year, 0-6. So if we can go ahead and really split the division, I'm happy with that. If we go 4-2 in the division, I'm cool with that too. However that kind of works out, but I think for sure we're gonna be a force to be definitely reckoned with in this division. So these tests are going to be very crucial. Every game is going to count essentially, and it's going to be tooth and nail for some of these games. Some of them are going to be more, a little bit. Some of them are going to be relaxed. This one ended up being a close game, but at some point we knew that we kind of had it in the bag. Probably like that 130 mark, we kind of knew that. All right, this is our game. So uh, don't get used to that. Don't get used to that for sure. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy Brando in the building. Salute my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy Jack Cannon in the building. One of the mods here at Just Raiders. Salute my guy. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute. My guy Humber says several plays scheme really well to confuse the defense. Great throw on the run. Wrong way. Wrong way. Excellent grab. Yep, for sure. Alex says Chiefs are cooked like KFC. That's what's up. Let's see here. But yeah. But let's go ahead and continue getting into the next segment. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring this part up, and I think this is one of the things that we talked about on Saturday. We talked about it on the connection show. I talked a little bit about it on that Thursday pull up, but really on that Wednesday show. Jacobe Kelly. So Jacobe Kelly was slated to go ahead and start over Darian Porter, and then he did get the nod yesterday as well. But he had pretty impressive play from him. Now kind of makes sense why they made that move to have him start over Darian Porter. He was really impressive out there. Had 7 tackles, 2 assists. A couple of pass breakups. Even though he got that PI called against them, that looked clean, and it was only because of a technicality where he did not turn his head because he had his hand in that guy's face, screening him. That's the reason why they called that pass interference, right? And but other than that, the whole technique, there was no he didn't hold them. It was great. So really impressed by Jacobe Kelly's performance yesterday, and I'm glad that somebody's stepping up in that secondary. Eric Stokes looked cool, but I think the guy that really kind of shined yesterday was Jacobe Kelly in that Raiders secondary, along with Isaiah Paul as well. But let's go ahead and continue on the other side of the football. D-line stepped it up in the second half. They went ahead and made those adjustments. Part of that second half adjustment, and they were able to finally go ahead and get pressure to Drake May, which we've all have said. We said it on Saturday. Shout out to Chantel Chan. She was on Good Morning Raiders with myself and the Raider Rundown. Make sure if you guys missed that show, fire show, go ahead and click that link after the show is over. Watch that live from Saturday morning with her. She had great takes, great insights on a lot of stuff. But we all said that the line has to go ahead and step up, and they're going to go ahead and help out that secondary, because that secondary did kind of struggle in that first half. We saw some plays in the middle, which we knew that is our Achilles heel. That's the area of vulnerability, because if there's no pressure, there's no real. If you give Drake May time in that pocket, you already know Josh McDermott is going to try to dial up something over the middle, and we got cooked a couple of times in that area. But the D line again was able to go ahead and step up and apply pressure to Drake May. They were able to go ahead and get 4 sacks by that defensive line. I mean, you had Jonah Lalu, you had Max Crosby, you had Malcolm Coons, and then you ultimately had Trey Tyree Wilson eat and get a sack as well. That is crazy. I mean, the only one that kind of fell short was Adam Butler, but Adam Butler still had his moments and was able to go ahead and be still a part in there to go ahead and help to disrupt the run game. But Tyree was able to go ahead and get a sack, y'all. I think you and all of us probably in agreement. We need like 10 more from that dude. That 11 more from that dude for it to be a really good year. And I'm glad he's already starting on that path. It only benefits us as much shit that we talk and as much criticize that we give Tyree. It is for a reason because he was drafted literally number 7 overall, and we haven't seen that. Yes, first year he was injured, he did not play. Second year, last year, we didn't see a whole lot, nothing impressive. He was so slow off the get up, off the edge, and really wasn't a whole factor last year. And then, we saw him now this year lining up in the interior, on the inside. So we saw in this last game, we saw both. There was times where they still lined him up on the edge on the other side of Max. Then they saw sometimes lined up on the interior. But ultimately, he was able to go ahead and get a sack on that bull rush too. Mind you, it was a bull rush, and he was still able to go ahead and like open up his arm. He got awareness, and he was able to go ahead and get that sack. He was able to go ahead and get that sack on Drake May. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Hang on one second. All right. This is Tyree. Here we go. Let me go ahead and show this real quick. All right. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Here we go, guys. This is the Tyree sack from yesterday. All right. Shout out to my guy, Stan Jeep. Make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow if you don't follow him already. Again, and there you go. You saw Tyree just on a simple bull rush, being able to go ahead and have that awareness once Drake May rushed up on the pocket. He was able to go ahead and free himself from his guy and be able to go ahead and get the sack on him. So we're seeing progression from Tyree. We need to continue that on that trajectory. And if he's able to really come out and break out this year, our defense is gonna definitely take a step up. But at least I had to talk about that because that's crazy. He was able to go ahead and get a sack in this game for sure. But the defense was able to go ahead and shut down the Patriots' run game, only holding them to about 60 yards. They only had 60 rushing yards in that game. We're very, very close. We struggled as well. But I think the key thing here on the other side of the football, it was, having them not really establish a run game and really run that clock. They were able to go ahead and keep that under control and hold them under 100 yards rushing, only them to 60. So again, those are the adjustments that really kind of stepped up in that second half from the defense and from Pete making those adjustments as well. Secondary played well. You had Isaiah Polamalu being able to come up with that interception on that fly ball from Drake May and put in play. We saw Kyrie Blue Kelly step up and make plays when it counted, crucial plays when it counted for sure. So secondary played fair. There were still issues where we were getting sliced and diced in the middle in that first half. That's what I saw. And and that goes to just show just because there is not really that true nickel out there being able to kind of take care of that. We have that vulnerability, and Jeremy Chin is only there on certain packages where he comes down and plays that nickel position, right? But we saw that adjustment being made, and then that kind of stopped. But there's still that question on that secondary that it's that vulnerability up in the middle that is going to be plaguing us probably all season long until they put somebody who is really good in that position to be able to go ahead and play that nickel slot. So, but they played fair. I got to go ahead and give them their flowers, give them some props because they were able to go ahead and play pretty decent. Tyler Kelly again stepping up and really was impressive yesterday. But let's kind of talk about some of the issues, some of these adjustments that really need to go ahead and be made, especially going into this week 2 versus the Chargers in Las Vegas. The O-line issues. I think having four sacks on our quarterback is quite a bit. And look, we looked at the Patriots defense on that depth chart. Outside of Spillane and Chase on, there was nothing really that was striking like, oh, we gotta go, we gotta fear these guys, right? But that offensive line, we started off great. Once that interception happened, then it kind of things started falling apart a little bit. And we had issues trying to go ahead and provide protection. We had issues trying to go ahead and open up lanes for Jenty to be able to go ahead and run and be able to go ahead and get some actual yardage. We had issues on that. So this is something definitely that we need to go ahead and go back, especially this week, and kind of get our shit together. I think the one thing that I'm going to go ahead and point out, and some of y'all might not like this, but there was a moment in the game where they panned to our sideline, and you saw JPJ just fucking losing his shit. Now, we don't know. I don't know the context of that conversation, but we know there was some issues on that right side, right? And you probably have to go ahead and kind of start pointing the finger towards JPJ and DJ Glaze, right? Oh, and again, the rumor, this is and Lincoln Kennedy said it. I don't, he's there. He's he hears things from guys and whatnot. But if it's true that he's just still having issues not being at center, not being the starting center, and being moved to right guard and trying to go ahead and kind of learn the system and whatnot. That's going to be an issue. And he has so much great potential to be a great lineman. I think he just needs to go ahead and kind of get out of his own head at this moment and just, take it for what it is. He's starting. He's the right guard. You just got to go out there and be the best at whatever position you play, and he could definitely do that. So I think if we were able to go ahead and have everybody get on the same page, get that continuity going, I think we're going to be at a better place, right? Everything depends on this O-line not only being able to provide protection for Gino, but being able to go ahead and open up the gaps. If not, this is the type of games we are going to see. Let's just keep it a bean. We're going to see these type of games. It's going to be hard, and if a team gets wise enough, they're going to make us look back how we looked last year, where we're just able to go ahead and pull it off against the Pats, which has a weaker secondary. There wasn't – some of the guys did step up, got to give them their flowers, Marcus Jones and I forgot Carlton Davis. They stepped it up. They had a good plays on us on the first half. But after that, we started turning it on. But we should be really being able to go out and dominate and really establish a run game and drive and march down the field however we want. the offense has that capability. We have that weapon. So we have that potential. It's all about the offensive line really stepping up and doing their part and providing those lanes, providing that protection for Gino. We're really running the risk of Gino getting hurt, also too, if we're not providing protection. And if Gino goes down, if he has an injury where it's something, he's gone for like half of the season, we're cooked. That's it. Our season's over. I think Kenny Pickett's only going to take us so far, only so far. But our O-line definitely needs to go ahead and kind of reset for sure. Let me go into this next segment, and then before I go ahead and tap into the chat, before I start the preview of that much anticipated Raiders versus Chargers Week 2, secondary needs to protect the middle again. Patrick Graham, Pete Carroll need to go ahead and kind of get that figured out. The only way really where you're going to go ahead and do that is our defensive line doing the thing that we did in the second half, is really applying pressure to that quarterback. But there has to be some type of solution for that liability, which is the middle of the field on that nickel. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. So that's definitely an area that needs to be addressed, and hopefully it gets addressed really, really soon. If not, once we start getting to those upper caliber teams, which is literally you have the Commanders in a couple of weeks. Eventually, we're going to face KC. We're going to face certain teams out there. The Eagles. They're going to be able to go ahead and slice that like hot butter, like a knife through hot butter, or hot knife through butter, as the expression goes. So it has to be addressed, and hopefully it does get addressed at some point. But really quick, appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night, wherever you guys be at. Salute to you. Salute to everyone. Victory Monday. Yes, sir. That's right. You heard me. Victory Monday. We went out and did a damn thing yesterday. Raiders pulling out over the Patriots 20-13 in Foxborough, and not the best conditions. We still went out there and handled business and whooped that ass. Appreciate everyone pulling up. So let me go ahead and tap in with the chat. Salute to you guys. Let's see here. All right. Go here. All right. Hummer says Crosby had 4 impact plays. That's crazy high. Yes, sir. It really started seeing that in that second half. It's funny because we have a group chat with the Raider Connection guys, with Jeff and my guy LB Rated 10 and Leo Chitalinas. And Leo put up that post of missing about the milk carton with Max's picture on there missing, right? And as soon as he did that, then you had Max Crosby getting a sack, and we just laughed. So it was kind of funny, but after that he started to go ahead and kind of finding his way for sure. Tyree wasn't breaking through. Max chased up the QB, but yeah, Tyree played it well, and when the QB came near him, yeah, for sure. But he has to, and he has to make that awareness, and even on the bull rush, he was gaining some penetration, but he was ultimately able to go ahead and make that play for sure. Let's see here. Let's see. Super says, if you notice how May was sacked, he looked very similar to O'Connell, meaning he couldn't process in face of a stunted rush. Patrick Graham's delusion of complexity. There you go. All right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that part, but yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see. to piano. I just had that segment, bro. I just had that segment on the locker room. That's just how the video was cut for sure. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Malo 213 in the building. Says we got that dub. Raiders 2-0. All right, man. But speak that shit into existence, my guy, for sure, for sure. All right. Hummer says, in my opinion, we still have 2 weak spots on the O line. I mean, Dill Palm did okay. Could have been better, but I think that right side was something that definitely needs to be addressed. Everybody has to kind of get on the same page, bro. I think that's what it kind of just boils down to, and they need to go ahead and find. They need to go ahead and be able to open up, running lanes. That's it. Genty's not going to be able to eat if there's no running lanes. And if you go to the outside, team defense is going to get smart, and they're just going to go ahead and stack on the outside too. They'll bring up their corners or their safeties to be able to go ahead and make those tackles. So, yeah, they have to open up those running lanes on the inside for sure. Shout out to my guy Rosetown in the building, one of my mods here at Just Raiders. Appreciate you pulling up. Salute to you, my guy. Tapping in for sure. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to my guy Soul. He said everyone in the West everyone won in the West except the Queeves. Facts, bro. Facts. There you go. And I gotta give the trust me, they ain't no love for the Chargers for sure, but they went out and took out the fucking Queeves, which is cool. And we got to do our part once we go into Arrowhead and be able to go ahead and handle business as well. And I think we have a pretty good shot once that time comes in a few weeks. I think it's week 6. We go into Arrowhead and we're going to be able to go ahead and handle business and potentially get the dove out there for sure. Now, and Vegas might be a different story, or because Gino does play better in the dome, it might be flipped. We might be able to go ahead and get the dub at home at Allegiant. We'll see. We'll see. But last year we almost pulled it out a couple times. We pulled it out once in Arrowhead. Obviously, we had that whole snafu with AOC and JPJ. So yeah. Let's see here. All right. Okay, let's see here. We'll go down. All right. Mike Rostown says 2-0. Let's fucking go. That's what's up. Jack Hanna says first time the Cleves in last place in 23 years. LOL. It's only gaining 1. Hey, yeah, but you can still say they're in last place, bro. But however you want to go ahead and slice it, they're still in last place. So, it is what it is. But really quick, I also did go ahead and put up a poll on YouTube. I asked everybody, who do you think had the better game? Gino Smith, Brock Bowers, Jacobe Myers, or Kyrie Blue Kelly? 72% say Gino Smith, special lighting up with that 362-yard passing, just fucking on a different dimension, that dude, man, and just being able to go ahead and show the love and spread the ball around. Loved it. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and cast your vote. Let your voices be heard. Appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in on this Monday night. There you go. All right. My guy Malo says, Monday night, can't wait. Make some noise, Raiders. Hold on, bro. Let me do it right. Raiders! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. That's what's up. All right. My guy Super says, just imagine last year our quarterback was Gardner Booger Minshew, and it's inconceivable. Facts, bro. Facts. This is the difference between one year. It looked different. Offense looked completely different. This is how it is now. It looked completely different, but again, it gave me a little bit of last year vibes when we struggled to try to get the run game going. And I put it up on one of my Instagram stories. We need to go ahead and get the run game going. Just has been quiet. Then second half, got a little bit more success, but Jenty was still kind of quiet. He hadn't really broken out yet. They really stacked the box and they really kind of took him out of the game. I mean, made him a non-factor. So it game because of that trauma of last year, having that terrible year, it got a little bit of those type of vibes. But it's still uh, an improvement from what we saw last year for sure. We were going to literally hit 20 points and make it look pretty impressive. Come out hot off the gate. Loved it for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I know the shit talking has been going on all live long in the chat. Again, if you guys are on Twitter, if you guys want to go ahead and head on over to YouTube, click that link that's pinned in the chat. That's in the chat, and head on over to YouTube, or click the link in my bio that takes you directly to YouTube. Be a part of the chat. Get involved, talk some shit. There you go. Raiders versus Chargers Week 2 preview. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be out there next week, or technically this weekend. This weekend, I'll be out on Sunday afternoon. I'll be in Las Vegas doing a damn thing. We're gonna go ahead and party it up. We're gonna go ahead and get ready for this divisional game that has good implications, pretty big implications. We got to do the damn thing. So, but let's talk about it first. Raiders versus Chargers Week 2 preview, man. This is gonna be an exciting game for sure. Having the two teams put up very similar numbers. This first week against, I say they're pretty tough opponents. I mean, we were 2.5 points underdog going into this game. I don't know what the spread was for the Chargers, what their thing was, but we ended up pulling up the same numbers ultimately. And I'll go ahead and get into it just a bit. Let's see here. All right, so let me kind of go down the tail of the tape. Let's go down the tail. Let me start off with the tail of the tape, right? And Raiders yesterday game, total yards was 389. Chargers put up 394. Passing yards for us was 333. Chargers had 304. Rushing yards, we had 56 yards. They had 90, so they do have that up on us. Yards per play, we had 6.3. They had 6.4. So it's very, very even. I think probably just the thing that kind of distinguishes you apart is the rushing yards. You had 90 yards to 56. That's probably where they have the slight edge. Again, I think it's just having us make those adjustments from that offensive line. I think those numbers are going to be very similar. For our defense, obviously, we need to go ahead and be able to step up and apply pressure to Herbert. I think that's really what the bottom line is going to be. But let me continue on with the tail of the tape for both teams. First downs, we had 21 first downs this last game. They had 22. Third down efficiency, we were 5 out of 13. There were 7 out of 13. So they have a little bit slight edge on there. We were able to go ahead and convert on fourth down. That we had just 1-on-1. They also were 1-on-1 as well. Sacks allowed. We had we gave up 4 sacks. We gave up 3. They had 3 sacks last week versus the Queens. Um, Penalty yards. We had a little bit of penalty yards. We had 9 penalties for 81 yards. For them, it was 10 for 71. So still some very similar, very close. We had 1 pick given up. They had no picks. Time of possession, we had about just under 30 minutes of time possession. They had 32, just over 32 minutes of time possession. So very, very similar going into this next week. It's definitely going to go ahead and be a very close game, guys. It's going to be a nail biter. Fuck, man, it's going to be that time. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be a little bit nervous. I'm gonna be a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being a little bit nervous. But I think what offensively what we have to do, I don't think it's, without being said, without question, getting that run game going. We need to go ahead and really get that run game going, open up those lanes, being able to go ahead and let Ashton Jenty go to work and do his damn thing. If we can go ahead and increase that average to 3.5, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Again, controlling that clock is also going to be key. Really lengthening those drives and having that time of possession is going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial for us to be able to go ahead and really pulling out that dub, providing protection to Gino. Giving up 4 sacks is not acceptable. If he can definitely go ahead and bowl that to 2 or less, it's definitely going to go ahead and make definitely going to go ahead and play a factor. Obviously, on the defensive side of the ball, like I just said, we need to go ahead and apply pressure to Justin Herbert. Not letting him be comfortable in that pocket, control that rollout, and not be able to go ahead and find guys open in the middle. You know, um, and that's really going to be for us to go ahead and have PG create some exotic packages where you're going to have Jamal Adams be able to go ahead and eat. And really utilize. I think for us to be able to have more success and more pressure, gotta let Jamal Adams loose earlier. You gotta go ahead and line that dude up and just let him go to town. I think we saw that a little bit from him on this game. We didn't see him get a sack, but definitely he was involved in a lot of those pressures and plays and tackles, especially at that line of scrimmage. A secondary, obviously, we need to see the same thing coming from Kaibu Kelly. I think he had a great game. Even with that penalty he had, that PI, I still don't fault him. I still go ahead and give him credit for him to have a really good game, and still see more impressive stuff from um, from him going into this next week. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So safeties, obviously, our safeties, Polamalu, Jeremy Chen. Got to see a little bit more from Jeremy Chen, but other than that, his play has been pretty good. Polamalu got that pick, making tackles. He's on a tear. I love it, love it. So I think we need to go ahead and continue seeing that. Our linebacker group. Hopefully, Erob comes back and he's able to go ahead and play on Monday night and continue to go ahead and lead that the linebacker room. We saw pretty good from Devin White, Jermaine Pratt as well. He was definitely being involved. Almost had an interception in this yesterday's game. So definitely need to go ahead and continue seeing more of that. Like my guy Rosetown says, Jenty versus Hampton next week for sure. That's going to be a showdown. But we're definitely going to go ahead and see what happens next week. but the defensive line has to continue eating. They have to start off early with that pressure instead of waiting towards the second half. We definitely want to go ahead and keep, the game within reach and not let it go ahead and get offhand once we make those adjustments. I think we're going to have a close game where we go into that half, probably a 10-10 or 14 all. We're probably going to start out, if we get that ball and we start off hot off, we're going to start off hot off the gate. You might see something given to Jenty, and then next thing you know, we have it aired out, and then hit that quick touchdown. And I think it might just be this. We might just need that. We might just need for us to come out hot off the gate to really get our thing going, and really establish our presence in our game for sure. All right. But again, appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in with me on this Monday afternoon, wherever you guys be at. Salute to you guys. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Shout out to my guy Hummer. He says, glad that we're favored by 3 points means we'll win by 7. Pillage time. We will be stealing the ball twice, plundering around. Facts, my guy. Salute to you. All right. Shout out to my guy Raider Jake in the building. Go Raiders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you tapping in. Thank you for pulling up. Jack says Chargers are favored by 3 points. Cool. And that's what I keep saying. These games are going to be close. I think it's still going to be a close game. It's going to be one under 10 points. It's going to be 10 points or less that we're going to go ahead and get that dub. I feel that we're going to be able to go ahead and break 20 this time, or we're on pace to go ahead and break it. I think if the Patriots were to go ahead and score a touchdown, I think we're forced to either hit another field goal or try to go drive to get the touchdown to really, put it away on the Patriots. But that 10-point we held, and we're able to go ahead and make crucial stops to go ahead and get the ball back and ultimately, put the game to bed. So for sure. And I'm not surprised. And it's not a big point spread where we're under. So, it is what it is. Let's see here. My guy Hummer says, need to play 33 Adams, play more. Yes. That's why I said you gotta let that guy loose earlier in this game. We definitely need to go ahead and see more of Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, if he stays healthy, he's gonna be a fucking beast this year for us. He is. And it's just those second chances that you get, So definitely, if they're able to go ahead and get him loose early, he's definitely going to go ahead and play a factor for sure. Let's see here. My guy Rosan says, all I need to step it up. I feel more consistency and reps will get better. I mean, yeah. And you heard Chantel say, if you were tapping in on Saturday, the offensive line gets better as the season goes on. So you might see by week 5 or 6, the offensive line starts really gelling and really, getting good and getting it together. So it might just be that we might have to kind of let this thing play out a little bit and see where the chips fall. If there's changes made, because if we can't allow teams to get 4 sacks on us like this. We can't do it every week. You're gonna have Gino break. You got to protect Gino. So however that looks like, whatever adjustments need to be made, got to do it. So I think they're not gonna. I don't think anybody gets switched out or anything on this game, but I think after this game, depending on the performance, you might see somebody get switched out. So just kind of be ready for that for sure. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. See, Rose Town look solid too, for sure. All right. Cool. All right. But again, I appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in on this Monday night, Monday afternoon, wherever you guys be at. Shout out to everybody on Twitter pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night, Monday afternoon. Salute to everybody over there for sure. All right. Let um, for you know, down a little bit on the keys to victory. Give my opinions on second what defense has to do, the line has to do, apply pressure, let Jamal Adams let loose early. Second, to continue playing the way they did on that second half yesterday. I mean, you see way more of that. Safeties continue doing their thing. Definitely like to play on the other side of the ball, offensive side of the ball. We need to go ahead and establish that. That's bottom line. We need to go ahead and give the opportunity for Jenty to eat, and that way our air game is even going to be even better. I think we just saw like the very beginning of it, and it's because we got to go through play action a lot, and we can only run that so much, and we have to actually be able to run the ball and make a really really good dent on it for our play action to really be even more effective. But you already know it's that time, y'all. Score predictions. So I want everybody on the live. And if you guys are on Twitter too, go ahead and give me your score prediction. Let me know what you think the score for next Monday's game is going to be, the final score. We're going to go ahead and talk about it really quick before I start putting out those score predictions by you guys, and I'll give you guys mine as well. Let me go ahead and go back to the poll I put up earlier. I asked you guys earlier, who do you think had the better game? Gino Smith, Brock Bowers, Jacobe Myers, or Kyrie Blue Kelly. 74% say Gino Smith had the better game, with 11% going to Brock Bowers, 9% Jacoby, and then 7% Kyrie Blue Kelly. With 46 votes casted, appreciate everyone who participated on that poll and let their voice be heard. Appreciate you guys participating in that poll for sure. All right. So make sure you guys go ahead and get your score predictions in. What do you think next week's game is going to be? Really quick. Let's see here, my guy. Raiders 33. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. DJ Glaze got to get better. Yes, I definitely do. Definitely do as well. And then really quick, make sure you guys haven't done so already. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on the show, especially that subscribe button. When I am almost at 1,200 subscribers, guys. 1,200. I'm like 2 away. I was 2 away before the show started. Let's go ahead and get to 1,200. Keep rocking with me, especially if you're feeling what you're hearing. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and hit those likes if you're already subscribed. It really does go ahead and help to get the show out to the YouTube universe, to the algorithm. If you really want to go ahead and support the show, become a member. Click that link that's pinned up top and become a member of the Just Raiders Baby family. Appreciate everyone pulling up and tapping in on this Monday night. But let me go ahead and continue on with the score predictions. So make sure you guys go ahead and get that score prediction in. Oh, let me go back to my banner real quick. Score predictions. All right. So my guy, Rosetown, says 24-17 Raiders. There you go. That's a pretty good score. All right. Shout out to my guy Dixon in the building. Salute. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Jack Kenna says 23-20 Raiders. I like that one. That was good too. Close game by 3. Hummer says 31-24 Raiders. There you go. Dixon says 42-3 Raiders. Whooping that fucking ass at Allegiant. Damn, bro. That's sending the balls. You're sending those guys with their balls in the sling all the way back to fucking Cali. There you go. That's what's up. Oh man, love it, love it. Yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and put in your score predictions. But Dixon feeling very confident. Gonna put up 42 on the fucking Bolts. There you go. There you go. Uh, so for me, I think this is gonna be another close game, guys, for sure. It's gonna be one under 10 points. I think this time around, we're probably gonna see a little bit more scoring from our team. I'm going to go on the higher side. I'm going to say 28-24 Raiders. We win by 4, pull out the dove at Allegiant. Cap this. Well, we won't cap it, but at least put a little bow on this rivalry and, be able to go ahead and continue talking that shit. We just had, we had a misstep last year, and we did not get a lot of things that we needed to go ahead and get to make this team competitive. We are looking very competitive now, and that's what Pete said. We're going to go out there and compete. As of right now, we competing. So hopefully we continue to see more of that, and this is going to be a big game that we're going to go ahead and play against the Chargers. Again, we have the potential of going up and being on top of the AFC West in a very long time. I don't know when was the last time. Let me see if I can look it up. Last time Raiders were in first place in the AFC West. 2002, or it just gives us the final thing. But I think it's been quite a while since we're on top of the AFC West, like leading the AFC West. So but I can't even remember the last time we did that. But yeah, we have that potential of doing that. Um, Obviously you still have the Donkeys out there, and we got to go ahead and play them, and that time's going to come for sure. But first things first, we got to go ahead and handle business and really do our home opener right. We have the opportunity to go ahead and kind of right that wrong from last year, and be able to actually even have it make it a competitive game and potentially win at home on a home opener. This is going to be the biggest game for the Raiders as far as fan base wise, where we're out there in full force. This stadium is going to be probably the most blocked out you've seen it in about a year since last year when we played the Panthers, right? After that, we really didn't see a lot of our fan base out in Allegiant, but that home opener, that's going to be the one. That's why I chose to go out there. Definitely, it's a division rival. It's at Allegiant, first game home officially for the season for the Raiders. So it's going to be a nail biter. It's going to be a nail biter. It's probably going to be a little bit of a slobber knocker as well. So it just depends what we're able to go ahead and do defensively. If we're able to run the ball, I think we'll have more than a fair shot to go ahead and really pull out the dough for sure. Yes, and it's going to be Pete's birthday. So if we win, it's going to be a great birthday gift for Pete on that day. That dude's going to be 73. He's going to be the oldest. Well, I think he's already got that claimed up, but he's definitely going to be the oldest head coach in the league by far. So, but yeah, I think he'll be 73 or 74 on that game. It'll be a great way to go ahead and kind of end the week, right? And that week too, for sure. My guy Russell says, yeah, we need to get the win for Pete and then take him to the Bunny Ranch. Bro, you're gonna go ahead and kill that dude unless he takes his heart medicine and like that rhino pill, bro. You know what I mean? For sure. Shout out to my guy Jack. Let's fucking go. That's what's up, my guys. But yeah, but I appreciate everyone pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night. For sure. Salute to everybody in the building. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like subscribe button on my channel. We're 2 away from hitting 1,200 subscribers on the channel. Definitely didn't think I was going to be able to go ahead and get this type of number when I started this channel. Literally coming up towards a 1 year anniversary, and in a week and a half, and it's been a crazy journey. I appreciate everyone who's come out and supported me and has been part of the show, who's been my mods, the members, part of the family. That's why I call it a family, man, because you're just not a member, you're part of the family. So but I appreciate everyone who's pulled up and rocked with me on this, now going into the second year. And it's been quite a ride. It's been a lot of fun. I only continue to see what's next on the horizon and continue having more fun, because this is an awesome thing, guys, for sure. Appreciate my guy Hummer. Subscribe if you're a Raider, y'all. Help out the nation. Help, yep, for sure. 2 away from 1,200. Appreciate you guys. Salute to you guys. We're gonna go ahead and continue on doing great things. We're going to go ahead and continue on getting more gas. You already know. Good Morning Raiders, something that really took off, and I didn't really expect it to be that way. I didn't expect, I kind of wanted to just do a Saturday morning show. Started getting guests, and that's how it continued on. But yeah, brought in my guy Rundown, and we've been rocking it ever since, and this has been growing. And we have more great guests that we're starting to go ahead and line up and bring in, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. And then the Raider Connection, you already know, with the fellas, with Leo, Raider Jeff, Mr. Hollywood Raider Jeff. Hollywood Raider. Jeff is Hollywood now, if you guys didn't know. He was on the CBS show. Well, he was on CBS yesterday during the game. He got panned into. So he is now known as the guy, formerly known as Raider Jeff, Hollywood Raider Jeff. Make sure y'all let him know. Wifey's fucking busting up in the background. Hollywood Raider Jeff. If y'all didn't know, let me go ahead and kind of post this up. Much love to my guy, Jeff, in the building. Well, he's not in the building, but much love to my guy. So yeah, there you go. Shout out to my guy, Raider Jeff, holding down for his chapter, the Black Hole in New England. There you go. All smiles, baby. All smiles. For sure. So shout out to my guy, Jeff, holding it down in New England. They had a big thing out there. So it was a lot of work. A lot of work. But salute to him. Yeah. See. Oh, hey, bro, you never know. Dunkin' Donuts might get the next actor, bro, for the commercial. There you go.
Donuts should sponsor Jeff.
Dunkin' Donuts should sponsor Jeff. That's right, for sure. Just have like a lifetime supply of decaf coffee, iced coffee for him. Yeah. Jeff is Hollywood now. Yep. That title was had by Leo, but now that's been taken away and given to Jeff, for sure. Jeff's again. He probably will, bro. He'll probably start with me, because I'm over here again dubbing him a new nickname, Hollywood Raider Jeff. Oh man, let's see. There you go. That's right. Oh man, yeah. See, yeah. And he was able to go ahead, and he's now able to walk around New England and Rhode Island and talk that shit for the next year, and not get blasted by all the Patriots fans that live all around him, which is a great thing for sure. Oh man, but hey, appreciate you guys pulling up. Again, make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for the Connection show. We're gonna go ahead and do the preview for this week's game versus the Chokers. Every damn Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, the Raider Connection with my guy Leo Linus. I'll be rated 10, Nate, and Hollywood Raider Jeff and myself. We're holding it down. Hopefully, Jeff will be back to normal and 100%. But then he said he's I haven't heard much from him today. I think we looked a little bit earlier today, and then after that he's been quiet. Same thing from Nate. Nate went out and had the time of his life over New England. So, but those guys should most likely pull up on Wednesday for sure. And then also make sure you guys go ahead and tap in to Good Morning Raiders this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Make sure you guys go ahead and pull up with the Raider rundown and myself. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go ahead and go more in depth into the Raiders versus Chargers Monday Night Football game. And that's literally the day before I leave. I leave on Sunday to Las Vegas. I'll be out there. I won't be out there for the Canelo fight, but I'll be out there for the pregame and the Monday night game. It's going to be a hot one for sure. So make sure you guys pull up to Good Morning Raiders for sure. I gotta start getting my shit ready for that game, man. It's already here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, that's what's up. Yeah, what a weekend for Jeff, man. He is he's over there walking around like the king of New England for sure. Mike Aroso says Duncan's going to sponsor Jeff after that and shower him with iced coffee shower for sure, bro. Piano says he likes being choked. All right, bro. Hey, don't know. I don't even know, dog. What you do behind closed doors. It's all good. Man. Let's see here. Yeah, see, Jack says Hollywood Jeff now gets 50% off Dunkin' Donuts coffee. That's what's up. He just got to walk up, bro. He has like one little particular like restaurant he goes to, like one little shop that he goes to and get his coffee like every fucking day. Like that's his thing. So shout out to my guy Jeff for sure. Oh man, that's hilarious. But oh man, my guy Hammer says, anyone know watch party in Vegas? Tickets too much right now. There's gonna be a watch party at Silver Suns Casino. Hold on one second. I'll tell you right now. My guy Q, shout out to Q Myers, he put up something earlier in exact reference to that. They're gonna be broadcasting Unnecessary Roughness out at that casino. I'm trying to find it here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Bear with me. I'll be able to go ahead and answer your question. Okay. 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 Let me put up for my phone. I thought I was going to be able to go ahead and find it. I actually retweeted it. I reposted it. Let me put it up. Here, I just saved it. All right. I'll post it up real quick before I head on out. All right. Okay, here we go. Again, shout out to my guy Q. He was on the show a couple months ago and rocked with me and run down on Good Morning Raiders for sure. But they're going to do something at Silver Suns Casino. Let me go ahead and play it real quick.
Boy Q here outside of Silver Sevens Casino. Unnecessary Roughness will come to you all the way live from here from 2 to 5, say 6, Monday Night Football, Bears, Minnesota Vikings. You want to come on out here, hang out. We got all kind of prizes for you, including, don't tell nobody else, drink specials, right? Beers for the first 20. I'm about to get hit by a car, but I'm not going to let that happen. The first 20 folks are actually going to get free beer. They come by for Monday Night Football. That starts at 5 o'clock. So come on by. We're at Silver Sevens Casino. It's on the corner of Flamingo and Paradise. Raider Nation Radio 920 is in the building, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So definitely come out, hang out with us. You know how we get down, right? Raider Nation represent 1-0 on the season. We're going to be talking about it. You definitely want to come hang out. Again, Silver Sevens Casino is the spot. All kind of prizes, and free beer starting at 5 o'clock for Monday Night Football. Do it with Raider Nation Radio 920.
There you go. You already heard it. They're gonna do something at Silver Sevens that Monday. So you want to go ahead and pull up. Also, too, they're gonna have Black Hole is gonna go ahead and set up like a big projector, and they're gonna have, and this is not on the lot. This is gonna be I think like down the street where they're gonna have the game playing. You can watch it. It's like I think you do like a donation, and you're able to go ahead and get a wristband, and you'll be able to go ahead and get like the beer, whatever beer they have there available. They'll have the TV set up and all that. And again, this came from my guy Leo. They were gonna do that. So I think they were gonna start that. I think they did that from that Niner game, and then I think they're gonna start doing for every home game. I forgot what lot it is. I'm trying to see if I can find that. I'm probably not gonna be able to go ahead and find it at time. It's like really embedded in our group chat. But I knew that was gonna happen. It was gonna be like the black hole zone or something like that. I forgot what they dubbed it. So they're gonna have that as well. If I find out, I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure Leo's gonna go ahead and kind of mention it on their show they do for the black hole. So just tap in and follow my guy Leo, or Jeff. If you already follow Jeff, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go ahead and mention that. But yeah, I can't find it. It's probably like deep in my chat. I knew they did mention it, and it's like down the street from Allegiant going towards heading towards the direction of the Bellagio, like as far as like going like north. That's literally on the next block over. And it's not, since it's not like affiliated with Allegiant, they're gonna be able to, you'll be able to go ahead and show the whole game. Probably like do the whole tailgate and watch the whole game. You don't have to go anywhere, and then that's it. For sure. All right. Shout out to Dave. He said Bolts and Raiders is going to be a good game. Yes, sir, it is. Chargers fan. There you go. That's all good, brother. It is definitely going to be a good, close game for sure. All right. Yeah, see? Yeah, Flamingo and Paradise. Yep. For sure. Hey, but they have free beer, dog. Shit. There you go. First 20 people or something like that. So might as well definitely tap in and do the thing. And I think there's a lot of stuff going down in Vegas where you'll be able to go ahead and find a watch party for sure. All right. But all right. But other than that, that is my time for today, guys. Appreciate you. Go ahead and pulling up and rocking with me on this Monday night. And again, make sure if you guys haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, hit those likes on this channel. It does go a long way to go ahead and support the show. And I'm only a couple away from hitting 1,200 subscribers. We're almost there. We're not there already. I don't even know. I haven't even checked. But if you guys are watching the replay, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Hit those thumbs if you're part of my Ride or Dies, already a subscribed person to this channel. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit those likes for sure. If you guys really want to go ahead and support the show, become a member today. I got the link pinned up top. I'll go ahead and pin it on the chat as well. That way you guys could go ahead and tap in and become a member. It does go ahead and go a long way to support the show. It's only $2.99, guys, a month. Less than a fucking lunch meal, bro. $2.99. There you go. It does help to go ahead and keep the lights on over at Just Raiders for sure. But make sure, again, go ahead, you guys pull up on Wednesday for the Connection show with the guys. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go ahead and break down the Raiders versus Chargers for Monday Night Football. It's going to be a hot one. But other than that, guys, appreciate you guys. Until next time, y'all, just remember, just Raiders, baby. I'll see y'all. Peace.